Welcome to Shooting the Shit, episode 175, probably. So today, what have we got? The battlefield. Have you heard
Battlefield the 5th.
Have you heard of this nonsense?
Yeah, it's all some shit. Well, either Battlefield is supposed to be a realistic World War II simulator, in which case having a hook-armed British woman in Nazi Germany doesn't make any sense, or it's a stupid fucking World War II inspired FPS, in which case it doesn't really matter what shit you throw up there. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but
I don't really care which one it is, as long as it's consistent.
I exactly my thinking, but as soon as I saw it, because Battlefield has been consistent with more reality than COD, say, right? Do you see where I'm going with that? Like,
yeah. And then you get a lot of people complaining that, okay, you want to have women in it, fine, there's all these badass Russian bitches who kill fucking Nazis, and it's like, okay, didn't know that, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, that does affect you. Hang on, that does affect the USB. Fuck knows what's going on here. Why is that?
Stop pissing around with the technology.
Yeah, look, I know I should just leave it, but
just leave it. Just leave it. Leave it. Fucking leave it. You can't help yourself. You're Scott. You can't help yourself when you're drunk. You can't leave it. Can't leave it alone.
God damn it! I'm not even. Properties.
Just a regulation course of whiskey today. No more.
No, I haven't.
Just to get you stable.
I haven't even had a fuck drink yet.
This is
games.
Unprecedented. Unprecedented.
It's not, man. It's just the way it is, you know.
Unprecedented.
It's not. Lies. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh, yeah. I'm the one lying. I'm the fucking one lying. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, you have to be, because it's not me. I've not even took a sip yet. So. Anyway.
Yet, he says.
Anyway, I think we might be about there. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've got to. There we go. Right. No, maybe not. I don't know. The radio people could tell me maybe a bit better than the YouTube people.
All we hear is maybe the radio, maybe not.
It looks. Fuck it. I'm going to run with this and see. Fuck it. I'll check it back later. It looks
it's a bit too late by later.
Yeah, I know, but it looks okay.
Look, this is what you do. Get your fucking phone out and check on your phone.
I can't do that. Right, hang on.
But your phone has Android on it. I know that much.
It'll be fine. Okay. There you go, cat.
Get the cat to check. The cat's got a fucking YouTube account.
It'll be fine. I'll check it later. Look, everything will be fine. I was just I was sorting out my technology earlier. I was fucking about. I wanted to get home yesterday. I wanted to get home and just chill out and mix a couple of tunes and shit. So I had to set up to do that, and I've messed with settings and stuff. And look, I'll fix it for next week. Everything will be. I didn't know that the settings of. I didn't know, man. I didn't know the settings would be fucked. So
that shit would not fly at Nuremberg.
Look, man, I'm not at Nuremberg. I
didn't know the settings for the oven was set to gas the Jews.
Exactly. I didn't know. Look, the guy assured me.
I was just trying to reheat them. I didn't realise it would turn them extra crispy.
No, the guy assured me it was water that we were pumping in. Like, look, I don't know what happened. The guy assured me it was water. All I know is
the hook lady had a hook nose as well as a hook hand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, so have you seen the trailer? I take it.
No, I've seen all the backlashes. Like, I just don't really care about that series at all. So like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. And no, I've stopped caring about it too. But I was looking forward to going back to World War Two because that was the best one.
I think all people play it for now is the fucking zombies, or is that the other one? I can't even remember.
No, that's the other one. That's COD.
I can't even remember which one. It's like
no, but if this was COD, then it would have no problem with it. It's already got retard zombies and shit in it. This is Battlefield. This is the one that's meant to be not COD. This is meant to be the more realistic one.
Presuming they're not bothering with that shit anymore. Then.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
No, but okay. Battlefield.
Well, it's basically have one or the other. Well, that's what I say. Have one or the other. I don't really care either way. So whatever, you're gonna piss off your fans who care about.
That's the problem. That's exactly what they've done, right? Because I'm a bit pissed off at this. I was expecting a new, updated 1942 Battlefield because that was their best Battlefield. I was like, as soon as I heard they were going back to World War II, I was like, yes, like fucking yes, fucking love it, right? Because that was their best one. That was my favourite Battlefield. By that one and Vietnam were the two best ones they ever done. They did do an update on the Vietnam one. It was alright, but not as good because it was consoles as well. But this one has been the first one that went back to World War II, and I was expecting awesome, and then you get this sort of half-assed, possibly fantasy type one, and it's just like, what are you doing, guys? Like, what is this? Because you're meant to be the guys that aren't COD. You're meant to be like, COD's like the arcadey fuckabouty one with retarded shit. You guys are meant to be doing the more authentic stuff. And then you get this trailer that just a British woman running about with a hook hand thing. None of that would be. Doesn't
she wear a fucking Union Jack patch as well? Because I'm pretty sure no one was wearing those. Especially if you're behind enemy lines, it's not something you'd be fucking doing.
No, this is why I think, which I've got no problem with if it is, but don't call it Battlefield then. Just do you know what I mean? It's not Battlefield anymore then, because.
But what is it about the hook hand as well? I don't quite get that.
I don't know.
What is that thing?
I think it's to portray fantasy or something, or their clothes are not right. There's nothing right about the whole look of it, right? For a World War II thing, right? It doesn't. None of it looks right. And then you have like some bits of it that look right, like the planes and the tanks and the guns. But like their clothes, the parties. The 3 or 4 people you see just doesn't look. The clothes don't look right. They've got weird hook hand things. It's a British woman running about, and then they've got like weird makeup on them. It's like, it looks like a group of time travelers has been dumped into World War II, and it's like, what? Which maybe they've got a story for it, but again. Battlefield guys were meant to be authentic. So yeah, it sort of angers me a wee bit. Right, so I wonder what this guy's saying about it, because I've not read this article. So right, Dice and Electronic Arts have managed to get gamers to start trending Not My Battlefield. The upcoming first-person shooter's first gameplay trailer makes it a priority focus point to point across to say that DICE has gone full SJW. See, I don't know if they have. Not from the trailer. I can't decide that because I just don't like the direction they're going. But I can see. I think I think they've changed the format of the game by doing this, because it looks like they're time travelers. They look out of place. It looks like they're
I don't
not.
know which because I have no interest. Which series sells more? Is it COD or is it Battlefield?
COD, but Battlefield's getting there.
Right.
Like,
Well, that explains it then, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
presumably they're like, fuck it, we'll just do what COD is doing because they sell better.
Where is the co-host? What is she doing? Anyway,
Don't. Who cares? I'm the co-host now.
yeah.
I have taken my executive right to take the fuck shit over,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and I'm
not
getting
like
pissed
that.
by the moment. There we go. I'm allowed to do what the fuck I like. There we go.
Yeah, the developer has made Forced Diversity one of the main promotional elements of the game, and repeatedly shoveling in the players' faces that they've been listening heavily to the corrupt anti-gaming media outlets who are intent on destroying the interactive entertainment medium. In the latest trailer for the game, we see a multicultural squad of soldiers assaulting a house and being shot up by the enemy. One of the recurring themes in the trailer is to highlight a woman with a missing arm somehow fighting in the thick of battle. Yes, there's a disabled woman fighting on the battlefield in a World War II, and the verdict is still out on if she's a lesbian, but given today's political distorted promotion of degeneracy and regressive politics, don't be surprised if she's one-armed disabled lesbian.
Definitely wouldn't have that haircut either.
Yeah, the whole thing, I don't understand to it. I think they're going to just be going, yeah, it's not historically accurate anymore, we're going for fantasy, which is fine, but then don't call it Battlefield, you fucking pieces of shit. Like, because that's what Battlefield built its name on.
Battlefield Extreme.
Exactly.
We've got cripples and defectives, mental defectives, and lesbians, and people who wear bright hair with flagrant disregard for any camouflage that may ruin.
Yeah.
You got bright pink. I'm wearing my camos, but I got bright pink fucking hair. There we go. What a waste of time that was.
Yep. And it's not going to. The thing
unless you're fighting in Flanders Field, in which case having the red hair may help.
Yeah, but the other point is, the other thing is, right, is why I think it's probably a fantasy as well, is because of the hook hand thing. The clothes are a bit weird.
It doesn't really help when you're fucking holding a rifle, does it, to have a hook hand?
No, I can't see. If she shoots that rifle, it's going to come back out her hook hand, like with the. Like, do you know what I mean? She can't hold it properly. She can't give it a good grip, so it's just going to slide out her hook.
I mean, it's not a pirate fucking game.
Exactly. Well, it might be. Fuck knows. And then again, if it is a time traveling type one, then why she got a hook hand and not like a proper prosthetic?
Why isn't she a space marine?
I don't know.
Look, this is what happens, right? You got a fucking Imperial Guard. He goes through the warp, ends up back in 1942, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't know what's going on, but what she does know is she must fight for the Emperor.
Right.
There you go, perfect. I love it. Crossover between Warhammer and fucking Battlefield. Why the fuck not?
That's
let's have all the franchises. Captain Kirk can come along in the fucking Enterprise and then like just disintegrate Berlin with phasers. Because why not?
Yeah. What was
why
I going
the
to say?
fuck not?
Did you see what they've done to Warhammer? The kids Warhammer. The.
Well, apparently there's always been a kids thing, but when I saw that, I was like, well, the first time I found out about Warhammer must have been about '92, because as you know, I had a Spectrum, and on your Sinclair, whatever issue it was of the magazine,
Yeah.
came on the cover tape was a demo of Space Crusade. Space Crusade being based off Games Workshop's similarly titled board game, which I played I played a couple of years later. When I went, because I was in primary school in '92. With secondary school, I actually managed to play the actual board game. They're very similar. There are differences. The main difference is, in obviously, when you play the board game, you have to have a human player doing the movement of the orcs, because like you don't have the computer to do it. That's the main good thing. And the computer version came out on pretty much all the home computers of the day, and it's fucking awesome. And that's how I found out about it and how I got into it. They got the Ultramarines, the Imperial Fists, and the fucking Blood Angels. Those are the chapters in it. And they got a selection of orcs. They got ones that are slightly different. So there's like the Soul Sucker, which Gene's doing a thing. And that's the thing. It wasn't until secondary school. The reason why I found out is because these other guys I played with, they were all into the figurines and shit. I never had any of the figurines and stuff. But I always liked the way it looked, and I was interested in the stories and shit. But I had no interest in like buying the miniatures and fucking painting that shit. That's like way too much fucking effort. So I just played with them instead. Basically, people did the hard work. But yeah, apparently this kiddie thing's been going on for a while. But it's just like, as a child, I can't, unless you're talking about really young kids. Why the fuck would you? Look, the reason why I liked it is because this is a fucking universe with these fucking badass space marines with massive guns who shoot the fuck out of alien creatures for no discernible reason. At least until I found out more about the lore. But it's like, the appeal of the thing is ultra violence, right? Now, to a young adolescent boy, what more could you want? So I'm assuming it's prepubescent, in which case, I don't know, I guess like little kids still interested in that stuff. Maybe it's a bit more PG rather than PG-13. I don't know.
But like, have you seen the pictures and what they're supposed to do, what the characters are supposed to be?
Nah.
Right.
I mean, it looks a bit too bright and happy. It's like the.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Apart from that, I'm like,
there's
like
listen. Listen. This is gonna annoy you if you know anything about the actual universe, right? Like, two of the characters don't like guns or violence.
Well, they're gonna be dead in about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't like guns or violence, and everything in the universe is trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use harsh language.
Yeah. Like, right, so
one
of them doesn't.
So a chaos marine is staring me down with a fucking melter gun, and I'm gonna lecture him about how he shouldn't be so mean just because he's being walked by chaos.
Well, one of them has definitely got issues with guns. I don't know if it's violence, so I kind of just sort of dragged it out my ass. But I think, obviously, if you've got a problem with guns, right?
This is not a universal pacifist, that's for certain.
Yeah, right. And the other one has got AI drones, which, as you know, is fucking complete heresy. Right? So...
Well, unless they got a small brain in them or something of like a... unless you went out into a battlefield, you took like...
he's a 12-year-old. It's a 12-year-old computer genius. He's a 12-year-old computer genius, and he built his own drones, AI drones.
Are you sure you're not drunk, Kat? Was this just your inability to say genius?
Yes. That one.
Yes.
That one. Just it's like the Mechanicus guys would have just fucking smashed them by now. Like a 12-year-old building AI and in a universe that completely fucking forbids it. Like, what? Right, so they've just shat all over the lore of like the whole thing already.
The machine god is not happy.
don't think any of them would be happy.
Look, I'm just gonna make excuses for him. I'm gonna say what they did. He went into the battlefield with a whole bunch of slaughtered space marines, and he extracted a little bit of brain. So there's a little bit of brain in these cortexes of former space marines. They all have the personality of whoever died, and all the drones are willing to die for the Emperor unquestionably. I'm gonna retcon it just to help him out there. My Fisher Price first Warhammer 40k codex.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna fucking trademark that. What Fisher Price codex?
Well, Arch Warhammer's YouTube thing, he done a YouTube on it, and that's basically, he went fuck it. He was just laughing his arse off at it. He was just like, holy shit, this little faggot would be dead by now. He's like, one that doesn't like guns. Holy shit, that's gonna work out well.
You don't have to. But it's the thing, you don't even have to like. You don't have to like guns, but you have to acknowledge the reality of the universe you're living in.
Right, but she refuses to use guns.
Well, then she hasn't acknowledged the reality of the universe she lives in.
And she builds shit or something with a hammer, or hits people with a hammer. It's
Well, that's fine.
Nonsense.
She can specialize in like a chainsword or something like that. Then that's fine. I can work with a chainsword.
But like, you can have your chainsword, right? But you're going to get sniped.
You can have your chainsword,
right? They're children.
But I mean, obviously, but it's the thing. Obviously, the like, you should be willing at any time to put that. Doesn't matter how like unreasonable it is to go and put yourself in harm's way with little to no chance of survival. That is just what you do, right? And if you manage somehow to get to the other side, past all the orcs who are shooting at you, and then you get to put your chainsword through one of them before another slams an axe in your head, you have done your job, and your name will be remembered for that one glorious moment.
Okay.
Or you just wasted your life for no fucking reason.
Give me a second. Right. It says Unvarnished is here.
Yeah, it says she's here, but she's
not.
Very quiet.
She's not here. She's not on Discord.
Only in spirit.
So how do I kick so that she can maybe get in?
Can't she just get on
Kick.
and then kill herself?
You're going to kick that. They will be able to rejoin again with a new invite. No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that?
Kill her.
Yeah.
Murder her and then resurrect her.
Yeah. Kick.
That's how it works.
Kick. And she's still there. You seen this?
Yeah, I can see there is a... What do you want me to fucking do about it? I can't do shit.
Fuck. Yeah, this is so weird. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to fix this. Uh-oh.
I don't know how to fix you, baby.
Server mute. Invite to server. Nope.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
Profile.
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be so.
Add friends to DM. Unvarnished White. Call, remove, invite to server, close it. So, remove friend. No.
It's better be fucking worth it. I'll tell you what, it's a lot of hassle to go through for a woman.
I don't know, she's not here.
It's very cuckish.
I don't... let's see if I can get invite. Send an invite to her. So when she gets on, she'd be able to get back in. I think she's still here. I don't know. Discord was fucking up earlier for me, so there was that.
let's just move on. Is she actually? Are you online talking to her by another medium?
Yes.
I assume so. I don't know. Get her to log out of Discord. Get her just do all the things. Turn it on and off again.
She's already done that. That's why I was wondering why she's still fucking here.
Well, I don't know how the fuck it works. So.
No, well, Discord was fucking up earlier. I was just about to say that.
It does seem to think she's online. So.
Yeah.
I think Discord just doesn't like her, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. So if I go to friends, hang on, friends list, friends that are online. Yep, she's back online. So, but she wasn't 2 minutes ago, so we'll give her a wee bit longer to see if she can jump in. There, she's gone, look.
Right, well that's progress, I guess.
And then I need to, hang on, I need to give her a roll. So there's her roll back, there she goes, and then she can jump in now. There we go.
Jump around, jump.
That's it. Right, so maybe that works. Anyway, so the Battlefield thing, there's the like to dislike ratio is abysmal. So 15 minutes, the like to dislike ratio is 30k, 38k to 79k. The comment section is like huge disappointment. Battlefield 5 SJW edition, not my Battlefield, blah blah blah. It's not just YouTube that's given. Oh, she's there.
She's muted.
Yep.
She was cooking for her daughter. Like a fucking normie. This is disgusting.
It definitely is. She's back though.
Fucking...
At least she's back and she can hear us.
Well, that's good. That's something good, I suppose. A woman who can hear but doesn't talk.
Yeah, you do know that there's the chat on the website as well. Varnish, you could have went through that. There's Twitter. There's so many things. So many different ways to contact us. Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with you? Oh, wait, it's a woman, of course.
Exactly. Also, I just want to say I very much agree with the progressive attitudes of Battlefield by including an entirely fictional and unrealistic portrayal of a woman.
No, if they were going to do this, no, okay, if they
were
going to do this...
I don't hate women, I just hate you.
Right, no, if they were going to do this, right, they should have just went with Russian women, because there was a lot of Russian women snipers and stuff.
That's what I was saying earlier, right? There's a lot of people going, just look, these are some badass bitches who the fucking Nazis were scared of.
Yep.
And so someone had posted something about like you would literally get an Iron Cross for taking one of these bad bitches out.
Yeah.
It's like an Iron Cross is so you don't get that for fuck all. It's like so they really fucking did some shit. And it's like it's one of those things like you don't hear much about. Probably because I imagine as a sort of elite sniper fucking assassin unit, it's probably not the sort of thing you would write a whole lot about. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, still, that is pretty awesome.
In fact, there's a lot of British spy women in the French.
The resistance
part with the French resistance and stuff.
So but obviously that's women, that's paramilitary rather than on the front line, of course.
Right, but again, if you want to include women in World War II and you want to be authentic, why not just do that? Like, why do this? And
it's not. I mean, obviously, I mean, it would be very interesting to have a World War II game like as a essentially an insurgent. Obviously, that would be much less about straightforward combat and much more about like
which they have done,
sneaking messages.
They have done,
but
it wasn't. They have done, but the game just wasn't that great. Well, it wasn't
Well, that's the thing. It's a lot
good
harder to make that
gameplay.
more. Well, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. There was a game based off the Great Escape, which is of the same name,
Right.
which is quite interesting. I had that on Spectrum, and the basic thing was it was like an isometric game, and pretty much it is you try to escape the camp. But I could never. I don't think I ever got the right items to finish the game. So you can have like 2 items, and you had to go out, roll call, and do that shit, and then you sneak off from roll call, go in, like sneak into various rooms, pick up items, dig the tunnels, and fucking cut the barbed wire, and all this kind of shit. And it was a very interesting, very unique game. I haven't seen anything else quite done like it. I mean, your health meter was essentially your morale. So there was a flag that indicated the lower the flag got, the lower your will to escape was. And eventually you just, because what would happen is if you didn't make a move, you just start moving automatically, which all the other prisoners would do. So if you just left the game, you'd just be doing the motions with everyone else, like going out, doing the exercise in the yard, and then going back to the huts at the end of the day. And you could just literally leave it, and it would just play out the whole thing. And you basically lost when you couldn't take control of yourself anymore, because literally you've lost all the will to resist. That's just fucking amazing. As a game concept coming out 30 fucking years ago, that's pretty fucking amazing.
Well, Frost, as I say, that Frostpunk game sort of does that. Like, but it's not you, it's your people that kick the shit out of you because you fucked up, and that's what it's based on. It's based on hope, right? If they lose hope in you as the leader, you get kicked out. So you have to like balance
everything. Which makes sense, I suppose. Yeah.
It's really hard. It kicks my ass. I've still only been able to do 12 days. Like 12 days, and there's loads of stuff. It's really hard though. I'll need to.
12 days is a long time in politics.
It's a long time when you're at minus 40 and there's only one big giant heater that you need to keep full of coal, and your workers are dying all the time of cold, because to get the coal they have to go outside of the heat area, and the village and the food and everything's running out, and you have to keep everything working, and people are dying, and you get less people to do the chores, you get less food, less cold. It's fucking awful, and everything just starts collapsing, and you're just like, fuck. And I've not figured out how to stop it yet, but I'm guessing they've built the game that it's possible. I just not figured it out yet.
Maybe they built it so it's not possible. Realise the grim reality that you cannot win.
Possibly. I doubt it though.
Okay.
There we go.
She speaks.
Well, I couldn't because talking doorbell. Anyways, when he gets back, I'll have to get off again because I have to self. It's going to go get me. I couldn't self food because I was chips. Can't have tuna.
Right, you
my
keep
daughter.
breaking up.
Yes.
Like, wait, it's like you're putting your mic over your.
I don't know then. I restarted my computer and stuff. Oh, 1 second, my boyfriend came in and was fucking staring at me.
See, all that worked. That worked. As soon as her boyfriend started staring at her, the mic started working better. Did you notice that? It's really weird.
Nah. Don't ask me.
It's
probably
it's
the fucking automatically start broadcasting at this particular level thing probably needs adjustment or something. I don't know.
That's what it'll
fucking
be.
know.
That's exactly what it'll be. That's what it'll be.
I don't come on this show to be tech support, but if I have to muck up and dig in, then I'll do it.
Do you know what? That's what it is. That's why that's why it's cutting out. It does that to me, and then I fixed it, and it's fine now. That's
just
what
be
it is.
fucking louder.
Yeah,
Be louder, nastier, meaner.
Yeah, that she or
no
has
mercy.
Yeah,
no fucking mercy.
She has to do that, I think, because when she was louder, it worked. Right, so yeah, that's her problem. We'll shout at her when she gets back.
Okay.
Right.
Don't shout at me.
Right.
You shout at us. That's literally how it has to work.
Listen, you go into the settings on Discord and make sure that the automatic setting is off, and put your thing down a bit, the sensitivity down a bit, so that you're speaking most of the time, because you go too low and then Discord's cutting you off.
Discord's saying you're too quiet.
Yeah, so you either shout more when you're talking, or turn the automatic bit off and put it down to more sensitive. In the settings, voice and video, voice activity, input sensitivity, automatically determine input sensitivity, turn that off, and then put the bar down a bit, and you should stop cutting off. We think that's what it might be.
It would help.
Yeah.
Okay, is this better?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright.
Cool.
We got it all fixed now.
Yep. Right. So, not my battlefield. Even the voice of the people, the Knight of Neutrality, the Force of Fence Sitters, Eric Keane had to chime in with his disappointment for Battlefield 5. The Forbes contributor rightly called out DICE and Electronic Arts for turning the Battlefield series into a cartoony, completely unrecognisable shooter that seems to be aimed at the Tumblr crowd more than the fans who actually enjoy first-person shooters. Is Battlefield 5 an alt history version of World War II? What's with the wacky face paint? The mechanical arm on that check? The katana that guy is carrying? It's so far out.
Whoa. Someone's holding a fucking katana.
Yeah.
What fucking planet is this on? Let alone what fucking decade.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I missed a bunch. Okay, so they were talking about a first-person shooter game.
Okay.
And somebody just has a katana.
No. Hang on. Can I explain what's happening here? Right.
Yeah.
Please recap.
It's not
short recap.
Okay, it's not just a first-person shooter game. It is one of the better, more realistic shooter games, right? It's proud that it's proud to sit there and say, look, we've got authentic guns, we've got authentic shit. Do this. That's what we do.
Well, it was.
Yeah, right. Okay. Now, back in the day, the first game they ever made was called Battlefield 1942, and it was fucking amazing. One of the best games, right? And then they done Vietnam, which was great, and then they done something else and a couple other ones. Then they done Battlefield 2, which was a more modern shooter. So you got proper guns from nowadays, and it was a nowadays battle, like you were fighting in Iraq and shit, right? And then they kept that up for a couple of games. Then they went to consoles and fucked about and done it, but they've always been sort of down to earth and realistic, right? There's sort of that. And this new Battlefield, they've went back to World War II, but there's a British woman in it with a hook hand, and there's a guy carrying a katana, and it's just so far out of what would be fine in World War II that they can no longer be authentic anymore, right? You see,
if they wanted to put a girl in it, they could have made her a spy and not give her a weird hook.
Yeah, we've been through all this. They could have made her a spy.
I'm sorry.
They could have made her Russian. There was badass Russian female snipers. and shit. We've been through all this anyway, but you've not been here. But yeah, exactly.
Well, exactly. Right? This is your fault. Be quiet. Listen.
I'm trying to listen. Questions. I just wanted to catch
Don't
up.
ask no questions.
Right. No, but yeah.
Your homework. This is homework for you later. You can catch up after class. You can talk to your classmates after the lesson's over.
Yeah, basically. Right. So even see this Eric guy. Okay, he's okay. He's not too bad, but he's still sometimes he's the SJW. Sometimes he's kind of not. He's sort of in the middle. He's quite but yeah. He's saying, is it an alt history version of World War II? What's with the wacky face paint, the mechanical arm on that chick, the katana the guy is carrying? It's so far out, which would be fine if it was supposed to be an outlandish take on World War II, but they didn't really say that. Yeah, that's a problem, right?
I mean, forget the fucking woman. It's a katana that really says me. Why the fuck would you have a katana in there?
Don't know.
What the fuck? Seriously. It's not like a fucking samurai running around.
Somebody tried to find one soldier that had a katana during World War II.
Oh, I could find
the
thousands.
Japanese wouldn't do, because the whole fucking thing is when Japan industrialized their military, right? That was the whole thing. They basically industrialized their military after they realized their tech was well out of date. I mean, that's basically what that Tom Cruise Last Samurai is all about. It's like the samurai. Right. This is the whole the end of feudal Japan, basically. Like the militarization of Japan and Japan's imperial fucking ambitions, and obviously what it did to China, and all that shit, and how Japan ended up being part of the Axis powers, right? This is not a Japan that would send people in with fucking katanas. Especially not onto the fucking Western Front.
No, not in the Western Front. Not in the Western Front, but they might have in their hometown.
Not on the Eastern Front. Definitely not on the Western Front. There was not a single Jap on the Western Front. Well, maybe there was. I don't know, but I'm pretty certain there weren't any fucking Japs.
And if there was, you would
have a fucking katana. Because why the fuck would there be? Why would there be? Yeah, you would have a fucking katana. They would have been using fucking rifles and machine guns like everybody fucking else. Because they're not fucking suicidal.
Yeah, but
like I say, Japan had gone past their fucking feudal system by that point, and they industrialized their military.
I was going to say.
Wait. What if this guy is just, a nice guy? And he's like a milady.
No,
he's got his katana.
We're going to end
YouTube. To protect miladies.
Right, we're going to end
the YouTube.
So say bye to everyone, and YouTube guys, peoples, please check out the website and go there and listen to the rest of the show and stuff.
Or at the very least, go and stab someone with a katana.
But you have to cry, my lady, afterwards.
Or you have to cry at Not My Battlefield.
Or donate to the Patreon or the PayPal or some shit, because we need money.
Buy a katana, then sell the katana, then give the money to the cat.
Yeah, do that. I agree with that. Right, I'm going to stop streaming.